Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So today I have my March favourites for you, and I want to say thank you so much for your kind words in my one previous to last video when I did my Massimo Dutti and Zara haul. I appreciate it so much, your support. I don't know what I would do without you guys. You're my friends, and yeah, you really are my friends, so I really appreciate it, and you sticking by me even though my channel's kind of just stayed the same. But I like that. That's another story. I kind of was, you know, saying that on Instagram the other day, that just, you know, things have just become extreme. It's really hard to just kind of compete, and you don't want to compete. The beauty community was where we were just a real community. Now we're segregated into the, like, I almost want to say like the in crowd and the this crowd and that crowd, and I don't like that. So yeah, I just find it hard because I don't always deliver like crisp cut, clear, beautiful videos, and I don't post glam photos on my Instagram. My Instagram is a personal Instagram, but I've allowed you guys to follow me to just see like the truth and get a bit more personal, because I feel like I'm not so personal on YouTube, and that's a whole nother story. But you know, it's related to my profession. Obviously I'm in the medical field, and it just makes me feel a little bit more closed off, that I can't be so open to you, and I know that's unfair. So I'm going to try and change. I'm going to be a little bit more chatty, a little bit more personal, so I hope you appreciate it. But anyway, back to the grind. Yeah, I'm trying different things with my hair too, so yes, I know this looks I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. I look stupid, I know. I look like kind of like a cross between a poodle and a hot mess, but I am not a hair person. I never have been. I've never had the tolerance for it. But I'm trying, and I'm trying to change my style in terms of clothes, as you know. Things I'm trying to change because I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to just do what I've always dreamt of, and why don't I do it now? You know, why am I just dreaming of one day when I'm happier, or one day when I get this position, or one day when I'm with this person, I'm going to be like this? No, if I'm really like this, I'm going to do it now, because I'm fed up. I'm really fed up. So yeah, anyway, I'm going back to more makeup, which might be a good or a bad thing. I don't know. I guess when you get older, you wear less makeup and you appreciate your beauty. I definitely do, but I'm also enjoying glamming up a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, March favourites for those who don't care about my love life and life. Okay. So, Beauty Blender. My goodness, this is so funny. I hated the Beauty Blender years ago. I mentioned it before. I didn't understand it. I used it with my foundations. I soaked it in that water, kind of squeezed it out. It didn't do anything, and now it's like the only thing I use, and I love it, because I always wanted to be one of those people that were like, oh, Beauty Blender this, and it makes my foundation flawless. Well, it does. It really does. I use the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's that Miracle-y one. It's good. It's not in my favourites because it's not my favourite, but it is my favourite foundation out of all the foundations I have, if that makes sense. But I love this. This was the baby pink. Do you remember I did a haul? This is no longer baby pink. I have washed it since then, and it's just become nude. So in the future, I think I'm just going to buy the nude one. It's not that I don't like, it's not like if I got the black that I've had before, or the bright pink, that I hate the sort of foundation colour on it. I think it's best to be the colour it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. See, this is the problem with me being too lax on YouTube. I kind of just become silly. So yeah, what I have been doing differently, and that I've been loving, is that I don't put it underwater to kind of like make it inflate and kind of be the sponge it's supposed to be. I'm actually dousing this in a facial spray that you can use, and I'll show you in a minute, and making it damp and expand that way, and then applying my foundation and kind of just stippling it on, and it just works wonderfully. Like, my skin just looks so, I hope you can see, it just looks really good. I look like one of those girls on YouTube with all the lights, and I only have one light, so it's just a nice flawless face. And then so I use mostly the sides of the Beauty Blender, and then the bottom, which you can see is a little bit darker, is for my bronzer. So the facial spray I'm going to talk to you about is the Badescu. This is the facial spray with aloe, herbs and rose water. I love Badescu. If you followed me for years, you know I love the whitening mask and it's still my favourite. This spray is also really beautiful because it's got those nice natural ingredients. It's just great for a facial toner mist spray for cooling yourself down, just making sure your makeup is like all blended together, and also kind of fixes it. So I spray this on all over, like really push it into the sponge. It expands, or it becomes damp, I would say, much better. And then I use, like, you know, I put my foundation on my face and blend away, and it's just been great. And then once I've finished my entire makeup, I spray it all over my face, and then again with the beauty blender I'll just kind of like pat it in so that there's no like droplet marks anywhere on my face. So yeah, I love this. It's so good. And also because I'm using it as like to kind of wet my sponge and fix my spray, I've definitely gone through it a lot faster, and you would assume so anyway, but that's not a bad thing. And I was thinking about this when I was doing my makeup today. You know, I'm so into like slithering a little piece on and like kind of like superficially putting it on my face, or just half pumping this and half spraying that, you know, because in my mind I want to tell you in the future that, oh, it goes a long way, or you can spend this much money and you will have this for 8 months, 9 months, a year, you know, and it's worth it. And everybody just seems to want to say to you that, oh, you only need a little bit, you know, and that's it. But it's okay if you need a bit more. And, you know, it's okay if I have to go through this every 4 or 5 months versus every 10 months. It's still worth it, and you really see the rewards. You know, I was putting serums on like literally like 2-3 droplets and patting it all over my skin and not seeing a difference, and now I'm doing like a full pump, or I'm really getting that cream on and really moisturizing my face, and I'm seeing huge differences. And it's like a no-brainer, but you're just programmed to kind of just use a smidgen here and a smidgen there. And then also it's great because for me, I love to get rid of things so I can buy new stuff. So this way I'm not hoarding stuff, and I'm really utilizing the product, and I can quickly say if I like it or not and toss it away once it's done. So yeah, so that's that. And then for the bronzer, this is my ultimate all-time favorite bronzer. It's that bronze from Chanel called, you know, Tan de Soleil or Bronze Universal, and it's a really nice sort of creamy, love the smell, creamy colour, and it suits all skin tones. Like even my sister, who's much paler than me, but she definitely needs to blend a lot more. It goes for everyone, and I love using the beauty blender and just kind of swirling it in and stippling it on. And if you can see, there's some bits with hairs where I used to use a brush, and that always used to annoy me. So with the beauty blender you don't get any of those residues, and yeah, I'm just like swirling it in and stippling it on. And you can kind of pinch this beauty blender to kind of make it go really like focused, which I like, and then to the sides you just kind of blend up and down. And so that's what I've been doing, and it's just worked great. And yes, I love the Chanel bronzer. This is my favorite. I'm just, because of the beauty blender, I'm just so into the sort of creams and liquidy solutions to apply as a makeup. And so going with that is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, and I love this. Again, it's liquidy, and I just kind of place it on my, I already have some, but I'm going to show you. I like that it's a wand, it's liquidy, and then I just kind of tap it on like that, and it's a really beautiful highlight. It's just a perfect highlight, the Becca range, especially liquid form. I like it, especially because it's getting warmer, and I feel like it doesn't settle, and it's not like another powdery layer on my skin. I feel like my pores show up a lot more that way, and it just kind of looks a lot more cakey. But having more liquidy, fluidy, sort of cream-based products on my skin is just working as more of a more natural finish. So love that. And then also Becca, this is the backlight priming filter. One of you mentioned this. Thank you so much. I love it. This is just, yeah, it just says backlight priming filter, and it is what it says on the tin. It does look like you have this like light, you know, artificial light kind of shining on your face. And so it's just kind of, I would say it's like a good highlight with no real color. Like, it's not a golden highlight, not a purpley highlight. It's more of a like a white highlight, but not in a bad way. It's kind of like a see-through, whitey, reflective, very reflective, natural light color that kind of shimmers, or not shimmers, but just like reflects. So I put this on after my moisturizer, then put my foundation, concealer, and so on and so forth. But it definitely makes a difference. It just, yeah, it just comes from within, and it just gives that radiance that you would love. And it's got a kind of coconutty smell to it. It's nice. Definitely smells like summer, and it's just very moisturizing, and it's such a good one. I would 100% repurchase this again. And then for blush, I went for an oldie but a goodie. This is the Bourjois. This is the 34 Rose d'Or, or Golden Rose. And I used to be obsessed with Bourjois back in the day before YouTube, because really Boots was the only place you would get makeup from. If you were, you know, younger, you wouldn't really go to a Chanel counter or stuff like that. So Bourjois and their eyeshadows, oh my god, I really remember there was this white eyeshadow, and then it had a sort of purple iridescence to it, and it was so beautiful. And I always used to want to call it like Moonbeam. It's not called that, but that used to be my favorite eyeshadow, and the blushes were my favorite too. So it does come with a regular its own brush and a little mirror, but I threw the brush away. I don't care for it. But it's such a beautiful like rose with what do you call it? It's just so fine. It's just such a fine pinky rose color, and has a slight goldish like color running through, and so it makes it like a lot more glowy. And I have it on today, and what I like about this is it just gives you a flush without looking like a flush powder sitting on your skin. It looks like that flush from within, like you've just blushed, or you're just like a rosy girl, and it's wonderful. I love that I can really like swirl it and put it on my face without looking like it's too much, or having to tap off loads, or just dipping my brush in. I can just go like that in the morning, and I just look good. So yeah, I love that. Two brushes that I really like are the MAC ones, and I think this is the 216. It's an oldie but a goodie. I just like this for crease work. It is really like for corner crease work as well. It's just a really good blendable brush, and it picks up a good amount. And then this one, which is the MAC 224, is long and a little bit more scatty, and I like that because it gives you like a good wash, and it again picks up nicely though. So those are my favorites, and I have been using the Kylie Jenner bronze palette. And you know how I was like umming and eyeing, and was it worth a custom charge? This is the only thing I've reached for, so I think it is worth it. I had to really give it a try. But these colours are beautiful. The only colour that I'm actually surprised that I don't like is this one. It looks like a good cream, right? But on my skin it becomes too white. It has a very white cast, and so for my skin tone it just looks too stark, and I have it to go underneath my eyebrows, but I've had to really play with the 224 and like these sort of mid-tone browns to bring it up and kind of do that wash on top of that white, just so it doesn't look so chalky on me. And I don't use black, and my sister always laughs at me because she thinks that's so weird. I don't like palettes that have black eyeshadow in them. I'd rather it be a navy blue or a dark brown. I'm scared of black eyeshadow. I can only use it to smudge underneath my lashes, but I don't know how to use it for like a corner crease work or something. But I love the fact that it has a little bit of a redder brown in here, and it has lots of different kind of tones of brown, and this orange is actually, I thought I would never use, but I use it almost daily, and again I have it on now. It just gives you like a sort of lifting and goldeny peachy glow, which I like. And then obviously this sort of champagne-y colour is very pretty, and this one is my favourite. It's a metallic-y medium brown colour, which is really beautiful, and I have that all over my lids. Let me zoom in so you can really see my face. So it looks quite soft. It doesn't look like anything too crazy. I need to get my eyebrows done. I also over-limed my lips, and I think I did this one too high, as you can see, but I'm just trying it out to see what I'd look like with fuller lips. Yeah, so that's that. And then the last two things I have is my La Mer lip balm. I have them focused. Yep. And I've nearly finished it. This would probably be my like third or fourth that I've ever purchased. It is expensive. I think it's like £48 or $48, can't remember. I normally get it at the duty free, but it's the best lip balm I've ever tried. And back in the day, again, I used to try so many different lip balms and so many different hand creams, and I would say my best hand cream would be the Dr. Sabag one, and then which is the high maintenance cream, and then my favorite lip balm of all time is the La Mer. And yeah, I've only got a little bit left, so I'll have to go into like Harrods or something in the next few weeks and go pick me up another one. And then finally, it's this lip colour, which I'm wearing today. I definitely did do this one too high. It is a Revlon Ultra HD matte lip colour, and I don't know what it's called. Oh, that's weird. Did I never know what it was called? Maybe, oh, Devotion. 600 HD Devotion. And it's a lovely, lovely, bright sort of, yeah, I think I call it like a raspberry to strawberry suede colour, like a slush colour. You know, Twisters, the ice lolly? My favourite. Those are like literally my favourite. The pink inside, that's what it looks like, which is always so tasty. It was like a strawberry flavour, and that's what it is. And it's got a really like, you know, kiddie sort of vanilla sweet scent to it, but I like it. And then the fact that it's matte, but it's so smooth and it's not drying and it doesn't crease, and I always have that problem. And it makes your lips look really plump, as in like this. And I love it. I love it so much, and I don't need to reapply at all. Towards the end of the night, of course, but if I'm eating lunch or something like that, I don't need to reapply. It just comes out really nice and even and soft, and it just brightens up your face. It's a perfect spring, summer colour, and definitely one to wear if you're going out for a long time, like shopping for a long time or something, and you don't want to worry about your lipsticks. So yeah, that is my favourite. I'm sorry I have to keep looking at the screen. I don't have my glasses, and I'm sure you can tell from the previous videos they weren't quite sharp, but I still posted them up, so thank you for that. And yeah, my hair, good lord, it will fall. I was hoping that it would fall like before this video. I cannot do hair, but I'm trying, and I did something different today, and that's why I probably don't like it, but yeah. And my top is Dazed and Confused by Brandy Melville, and then I'm just wearing some Lululemon leggings and some pearl necklace. Yep, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon. Take care, guys. Bye!